maybe it's because I've been cutting back on my sugar, but I swear that countdown clock, dude, the music is just running slower for some reason. I don't know why. I just can't seem to get over that. But still, I know. Got to do something a little bit weird to start this thing. Do not worry. My guest is down in the green room. You guys know how we roll with this stuff recently. But still, let's get this show kicked off right. You guys ready? Because I know I am. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, TCT, BNL, that's this dude right here, is proud to bring to you my soon-to-be world-famous No Lag Zone. And tonight, we have an incredible friend of the show. He's beat the coof. He's recovering. He's having a good old time at home. And we were in the green room talking about moonshiners. So without much further ado, let's bring on Rodney, a.k.a. Big Man Bearded.
What's going on, guys?
Look at that smile. He's trying to be like, yeah, that's me. That's me. Look at him. Look at him. But still, before we get into Rodney and all the fun that goes with him, we're just going to hit that roll call real quick. We like to do it early and get it out the way. Oh, come on. There we go. Hit the right thing. And yeah, brother, I did enjoy that Instagram pic. I know, the bear spray. I'm never going to let you live that down. I'm not. I can't do it. I can't do it. Travis, how you doing, man? Lady L, how are you? Dagan, you will always be my favorite Muppet. Seriously, you always will. I love you, brother. Thank you for being here. Rush Young, what's going on, brother? Hey, there's someone we always love to see. Andrew, how you doing? Come here, hit the right one. Screw Birdland, and by the way, it's about time you called that kid up. He is lightning in a bottle, and I hope he does well for you guys, Chris. I also hope your kids are doing well. I saw what your son did for you, and that's really freaking awesome, man. All right, what do we got? I think that's everybody. Okay. So, Rodney, let's just get the heavy question out of the way right now. Did you get your steak when you got out of that hospital?
I sure did. I sure did. I can't say I went to the restaurant and ate it. I had a DoorDash to the house because I really didn't want to go out in public just to deal with all that mess. So, yeah, we had a DoorDash to the house, and we had a good time.
Nice. Now, as we usually do, my brother, I know who you are. You've been an amazing friend of mine and a great friend of the channel. Give everybody your little elevator pitch about Big Man Bearded.
I'm a content creator. I have not been doing no content creating, lately because of everything that I've been going through in the recovery. I thought it was going to be easier than what it was. When you have nurses and therapy and everybody at your house 5 days a week, it's kind of hard to squeeze anything in right now. But I will be back to it here shortly. So, yeah.
Nice. And Lady L, thank you for that. Just for you, here's a sneak peek of what came in today. We'll be unboxing and filming this video here really soon. Can't wait for this one. Got 8 of the little bastards, and I've already got a modification plan for 1, so I can't wait. All right, so let's get into that. How's recovery going? Are you fully recovered? You back moving normal again? I mean, I know with some people, the side effects are long-term, but for you, how do you feel?
I'm feeling good. I have, my days where I'm not, wanting to be that active all the time, but I'm more active since I've been out. Like I said, you got nurses and therapy and this and that, and from where I was in the hospital for such a long time, they've given me a therapist type person to talk to get back to the real world, I guess is what you would figure it out to be. And it's helped out a whole lot also.
You kind of been out for a while now.
Yeah.
What's up, son? You are one of my favorite children there, Shaky. You really are.
Wait a minute.
We've got this running joke.
I was about to say, aren't y'all like brothers?
We've got this running joke how like Aaron Rodgers is Shaky's son, and I'm like, fuck, I'm old enough to be your father, Shaky. So it's like grandpa, dad, son, that 3 little thing going on.
Gotcha.
So what would you say has been your roughest part of recovery so far?
The roughest was when I first, I guess, got out of the hospital, and it is a big change from where you've been confined into an area for 6 months and getting used to being on the outside again, and being able to control what you do instead of having the other people controlling what you do, like as far as what your activities are for the day and what you eat and this and that. It was a big change.
That is good news, Chris Rayner. That is awesome news. Fuck them Yankees. See, now I was thinking you might have said your wife's cold feet or icy cold hands on your back when you're trying to sleep at night, or something more comical along those lines.
Well, I mean, it's what did I miss? The arguments at home all the time when you're, getting ready to get your day started, and yeah.
Having that bed all to yourself, having control of the TV remote. Yeah.
Believe it or not, I got out of the hospital a day before our 5th wedding anniversary.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Moving on, because I don't want you getting stabbed.
Oh, she ain't watching right now, I don't think. I don't think she is. She's at work, so.
We're not running that risk. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. But
she's at work right now, so hopefully.
Speaking of her, how is she doing with you being back? I mean, you guys meshing back up.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. It's nice being out and having somebody to talk to instead of sitting in a room by yourself all the time and not being able to really talk to anybody unless you hear a phone ring or you have a nurse walk in the door, yeah. It's awesome. You ain't got to worry about that 5 o'clock blood call in the morning time to get your blood checked to see what your thinning level is and all that. It's great.
See, that's what I was thinking too, my brother. He just beats the coof. He just gets out, and she's like, "Where are we going? What's my anniversary present?" See, you always forget, don't you? I mean, wow, Rodney, wow.
Believe it or not, that's why I love Amazon, because I caught wind that I was getting out when I was getting out, and I had a week to do my shopping online before I got to come out. So
see, that's a gangster move. He gets out, gets his steak, she gets her anniversary present. He's like, "What's next?" Oh, my God, I love it. All right, G. Lou, I got to give you credit. Dilligaff is awesome. I know you renamed it. I know you brought it to your main line, but it is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, I haven't tried it until today after that first unboxing where I sniffed it. So go ahead and make fun of me. Go ahead, G. It's okay. Mr. Zarate, how you doing, mi amigo? All right, man. Now, I know with you being a content creator, it's got to feel weird to think about getting back in the saddle again.
It is. It's weird, and you got to think about how people are going to, are you going to have the people's attention that you had before? Are you going to, drop the 8 ball? How's this all going to go? Yeah, it's.
Sorry, that is awesome. Yeah. I could see you doing that, my brother. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Thanks, Sheep. Being nice tonight. But yeah, so I mean, okay, you to me, you kind of get a pass because of what you went through. I am looking forward to your first review when you come back, because I know it had to be really frustrating being locked up, for lack of a better phrase, and not having your beard products.
Oh, I had them. I had them there. No, trust me.
What's up, brother Gabe?
And real quick to go back to that comment about the $50. Believe it or not, this is kind of a funny story. While I was in there,
Uh-oh.
the doctors were taking bets on which doctor could get me out first.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. And see, I agree with Michael on this. Sorry, I agree.
Oh, you're fine. It goes back to I told you I was breaking out last time we talked.
Yeah.
And then they ended up keeping me for reasons because I didn't have the right equipment at home. And they couldn't get the equipment issue right. The company, apparently, that they were ordering from, they kept sending the wrong equipment to the house.
Oh, wow.
So every week I was being told, hey, you're going home this week. And then you get to the middle of the week and you ain't got your stuff at the house. And they're like, oh, well, we can't send you home right now because, home nursing won't pick you up after a certain time of the week. So I had to wait till the next week. And then the same thing just kept on happening. So I had a doctor switch every week. And, the doctors were taking bets on who could get me out first.
Tell me you weren't walking around with your cane like, who do I have to beat to get out of here,
Pretty much.
And yes, I agree with Michael on this. Just be you, brother. We love you just how you are. Have fun with it, and it's going to come bursting through that screen. Maurice, welcome to the show, man. No offense. I don't know if I've seen you in here before, but welcome. Hope you enjoy what you're watching, man.
Because it got aggravated towards the end. It's something like you were talking about. And I told my doctors at the end, I said, this feels like a prison sentence. I said, when the hell are y'all going to let me go? I mean, do I get good behavior in here? Or
yeah, right? Do you have to go before a doctor parole board,
Yeah. Yeah, do I get a parole board? I mean, I was like, because I guess in the wintertime it wasn't that bad because you had not so much daylight and it was getting dark early.
Right.
But then when it started becoming spring and then days began getting longer and then you have nurses coming in saying, oh, it's so nice out today and it's warm out. And you're like, God dang, I don't want to be in here.
Right. Reverend Clarence, how are you, good sir?
It's kind of like you beg them just to take you outside just so you could see what the outside was like.
I love you. I'm not laughing at your pain, but it's like I can just see you. Sunlight. Oh, let me touch it.
It was kind of horrible in there, man. It's like you get this little tiny TV, it hangs on the wall, and then you don't get but like half the channels that it's supposed to have on there, and it's just like, God, man. Just let me out of here. I don't know how many times I watched Home Alone during Christmas time because
oh God.
That's about the only thing we had was Family Channel Network thing, the 25 Days of Christmas in there, and it was horrible, man. You could recite the movie word for word by the end of the season.
No offense to anybody who likes the Hallmark Channel and all those wonderful little every single movie is the exact same during that time frame, but
hey, that's one thing I was happy for. I didn't have to watch Hallmark this year.
Oh, you poor man. Oh my God. Oh. Now, do you have a company you're looking at doing as your first review back? You got anyone thinking about it, or?
It will be Gunfighter Beard Co. is going to be the first company that I do when I first come back. He has a lot of stuff that's dropped. His name is Chris. He's based out of South Carolina. He's been in the game for a little while. Not. You sit there and count ceiling tiles after a while just so you can go to sleep.
And you start giving them names and start making up stories about their lives and everything else.
Exactly.
Speaking of Gunfighter, I hear you brought a present tonight.
Yeah, we're going to do a giveaway for one of his hybrids. He just came out with it. It's in a 2-ounce squeeze bottle. It's like an oil and a butter mix. It's going to be in a scent called Stack. So what this scent profile is it's a blueberry pancake maple syrup scent.
I'm interested.
So that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, we will do that in just a little bit. Okay, guys, I promise right at the half-hour mark, we're going to do that. So maybe let some people know. We do have a giveaway tonight.
It's like I said, it's like an oil and a butter base. So it comes in that little squeeze bottle. It's not as greasy as like just straight oil or butter would be. It's kind of, the scent lasts for at least 9 hours. I get 9 hours worth of scent out of this.
Nice.
So, yeah. So we will be, that'll be the first one I do when I do come back.
Nice. I'm looking forward to hearing your little take on them because, like I said, I've heard about them through you and some other people, and I'm kind of curious to see your take on it. Hey, Garrett, how you doing? Oh, hi there, Ferocious. Oh, hi. Yeah. See how you are.
What's going on, Nate?
Jeez. Freaking Air Force, but still. Pretty much. That ain't leaving my house. No. Now, the better half might like that. Me? Nope. It's a pity compliment, but I'll take it. I'm having one of those days, but I'll take that. Thank you. Give me that little pick-me-up. Thank you.
So we should one day sit down and have you and Dan C talk about Star Wars together.
Yeah, no, he'll stab me. He's really not prone to violence anymore, but he'll stab me. He's packing a blade underneath that beard, You just can't see it, but it's there.
Just a question since you're on here. He's going to content creating full-time now and stopping teaching is what I understand?
Yes, sir. From my understanding, this school year is his last year doing teaching, but his certificate, I think he said it's good for another 10 years. So he can go back to it if he needs to. But he's had this dream, and he's going to pursue his dream, which I fully support.
Hey, go for it, man. If that's what he wants,
Yes,
I've been catching bits and pieces of it since I've been home, and that's one thing I caught a little bit of it, but I didn't know. I saw where Sam said that she was going to do a retirement party or something for him.
Yep.
And I was like, wait a minute, he's a little too young to retire.
From teaching, yeah, but I mean, I got to give him credit. He has pursued this relentlessly, his channel and his dream and everything. He's got the full-time support of his family and all of his friends and everybody else. So if now's the right time, pull that trigger.
Oh, yeah. I understand completely. Completely understand what you're saying. I back him 100% on that. I wish him nothing but the best.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude.
I mean, ever since I came into the scene, like I said, I found you first. And then I found him. And
see that teach? Me first once. Me first. See why I like this guy so much? Me. No ego, but still.
Yeah. He's done great things ever since, time length I've been around.
Yeah, no shit. As long as your internet is good, we can schedule you within the next couple of weeks to get back on. Got a pretty open schedule. And yes, exactly. If you can find a way to do what you love and support your family, damn straight. 100% full bore, go after it. Oh, hell yeah. But okay, so let's get this back onto you. Other than being out of the hospital and being around your wife and going through the same husbandly duties that you had to do before you caught the coof, what has been your biggest joy since you've been busted out, other than the steak?
Spending time with my son. Being in the hospital, we had so many restrictions on visitations because of that. So I didn't really get to see him because you had to be at least 17 years old before you could come in.
Yeah.
Visit. I guess they felt sorry for me around Christmas time, and they did let me see him around Christmas time for a Christmas gift. That was the hospital's Christmas gift to me. They had worked it out with my wife where she brought him up, and I got to see him for Christmas. But I didn't get to see him no more since. And spending time with him and just playing little board games with him and interacting with him on the weekends that he's with me, it is totally awesome.
Nice.
It's totally awesome.
Nice.
And I got to give credit to my wife because she did the whole motherly duties. She's not his real mother because it's by another person, but she picked him up on the weekends I was supposed to have him and did stuff with him and everything like that and continued, our thing. It was just not being able to see him. I mean, yeah, I could see him on FaceTime, but FaceTime and being in person is two totally different things.
Agreed. Cedric, sorry, I didn't see you slip in. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show, man. And I agree. And I love the fact that you made mention, he's not her as well. Like, I have two that aren't mine biologically, but
exactly.
There's no way you're going to tell me that they're not mine,
And he treats her as that's his mother pretty much.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't live with his mom where he stays at. He lives with his grandparents, and he sees his mom. His mom could have him if she wanted him, but she really, it's kind of one of those things that she doesn't. I don't know. But anyways,
you can't see into people's hearts and things.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, I don't understand
it's
it.
But her loss much later on,
He treats her like his mother because that's the mother figure that he knows of right now. So
that's a good thing. You know what we're going to do? We're going to lighten it up a little bit. We're going to do your giveaway right now. Okay, so stay tuned, guys. I got to kind of roll this because my kids will stab me if I don't. So hang on.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the dozens of you watching and the thousands of you that should be watching, it's time for a giveaway!
Let me get this set up. If I was smart, I would have done this sooner, but I'm not. So we're gonna make this real simple, guys. We're gonna do random number. You guys know the rules by now. Don't cry if you get prioritized. Whatever shows up on my screen is first thing that counts. Please don't enter twice. And see, Vato, I love you, brother, for putting that up there. I really love that. So here we're gonna go. Random number. We've got 7, 8 people in here. 1 through 5. Go. Mark Brown, how you doing, brother?
Did you say 1 through 75?
No, 1 through 5.
Oh, I thought you said 1 through 75. I was like, wow.
Nope.
That's a big gap.
Got to be kidding me. Right out of the gate. Stop, guys. We got a winner right out of the gate. The number was, come here, pull up, you little. Whoops, wrong person. Sorry. Wrong person. Screen moved. Like I said, right out of the gate, the number was 1. Travis, you were the very first one to shoot out with a number 1. What you're going to want to do is get a hold of Rodney on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to need government name, your address, that fun stuff. He's already said the scent profile that they're going to be giving away. Go over that one more time in case anyone came in late.
The scent profile is going to be, it's called Stacked. It's blueberry pancakes with Vermont maple syrup scent.
That just
is what it's going to be called, is the awesome scent profile.
Seriously, that sounds severely awesome. So, Travis, get a hold of him, man. You won. And Rodney, bro, thank you for bringing a giveaway. That's very, very generous of you. And
I try to do what I can do when I come.
Exactly. And thank you to Gunfighter out there. Who knows? Might be seeing you on my channel here real soon. But still. All right, man. Now, you know how we do things here. We like to liven it up a little bit and have a little bit of fun. So we were talking about this in the green room, and I find it interesting that we both have a passion for the same show, Moonshiners. It's just weird that we spent like 15 minutes in the green room not being like, oh my God, it's going to be okay. You don't need to be nervous. It's like, can you believe what this idiot did on this show? I mean, and if any of you watch Moonshiners out there, I'm kind of curious. Drop a comment. Do you think Josh is one of the biggest idiots on the show and should be banned from making moonshine? Because every time he does, he injures himself. Every time. I mean, can you remember a season when he hasn't injured himself or Cutie Pie when she was alive?
You know what? Now that you say that, I can't really think about it. You know, after you said Cutie Pie, I mean, yeah, every season he's been to the hospital either one way or another.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, the ultimate injury was season 1 in Tickle, falling off the roof of the still and impacting onto the side of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
just...
he broke all those ribs.
Oh. That's the funny part, okay, Cedric? Now, Tickle's sitting there bandaging himself up because he can't go to the hospital because he doesn't have insurance, and he's drinking moonshine and going, the cause of and the cure for the problem. I'm like, moron, you've got cracked ribs. Moonshine ain't going to help in the morning.
It may take the pain away at first, but it's not going to take it away forever.
Exactly, Vato. Watching Popcorn Sutton sing that on there, and yeah. Now, that one I don't know about ginseng. Oh, wait a minute. Ginseng was, when they were looking for the roots. Oh, I can't remember what that show was, but I remember that. Bobby, how you doing, my brother? God, it's Appalachia something. Oh, driving me insane. And what kills me is Popcorn Sutton still is an all-time popular high. I follow his Facebook page. He's releasing cookbooks. He's releasing recipes. They're even still releasing illegal Popcorn Sutton shine. And I'm like, well, you got to cash in on that money while you can, I guess.
That was one guy that he wasn't afraid of anything. I mean, there at the end, he took his own life. Don't get me wrong. I think that's terrible.
Yeah.
But he wasn't scared of nothing. Because there, when they showed a biography of his wife before he died, and on his wedding day, he got married, and he pretty much told the media, he was like, get out of here. He said, you're going to, not ruin my day and this and that and have the law here and da-da-da-da. He was an awesome person.
Well, he lived by a different code from a different time. And I mean, this is going to sound so fucked up. If you've never run into a mountain person, I mean, I'm talking like a true mountain person, they're a different breed, And yes, I love his gravestone. Popcorn said, fuck you.
And you're right about the mountain thing, because there's people that you can.
Don't think that was it, Bobby. I'm sorry, Rodney. I don't think that was it. I'm gonna have to fucking figure that out, but still,
you can run up. You could go up in the mountains and run up on somebody's house that you don't know, or you could just run up on somebody's property that you don't know that you're even on their property, and they'll threaten to kill you in a heartbeat.
That's if they're in a nice mood. I mean,
exactly. Exactly.
I just like that episode.
That's like in this past season. I think it was Mark and somebody else's the not Mark and Digger, but the other Mark. He was running his monster truck. His
Appalachian Outlaws. There you go, Billy. That's that ginseng show, Appalachian Outlaws.
It was he was running that military truck up through the woods, making his own path across the Appalachian Mountains, and just stopping at random people's houses and making them liquor, and then leaving. And he pulled up on that one guy, and he was like, "I was almost gonna shoot you if I didn't know who you were." And
it's no joke, But I mean, they're also some of the greatest people you can ever meet, because once they're your friend for life. you know?
Yeah.
And I gotta give it to Mark and Digger because they came up with some really interesting ways to age alcohol when they were doing the sea aging, in the oak barrel. I didn't know it put years on every single day it was out there on the salt air. So they took a month-old whiskey and made it into a 20-year-old whiskey in 3 weeks. So
And then after that, after they did the sea aging, there was an old.
You thinking of the amusement park where they had
Yeah,
it
the
out
amusement park. It was an old amusement park up on top of the mountain, and they were hanging them in.
Like that merry-go-round kind of thing.
Yeah,
that little carousel
where the things would swing back and forth when the wind blew, and it would rock them back and forth in the barrels and make it age faster.
Yeah, nothing will pucker your butt quicker than that. Seriously. But yeah, it was just one of those weird little things that I thought I would share out there. It was strange that we both loved that same show, and we just sat and BS'd about it for a while, It just adds a little different tweak to Rodney, so people get a little bit more background in there.
Let me tell you what. I'll tell you a really fast story. Talking about mountains and stuff like that. I used to live on this mountain in Bedford, Virginia, and it's kind of a family-owned property on a mountain, and it's kind of one of those things you don't go up there unless you're invited or you actually live there.
Yeah.
And trust me, they'll sit there all night long, all day long, and watch out for any kind of unsuspicious vehicle going up there. Well, here to come to find out, I don't know. I might have told this story on your show before or not. I don't know. Back in the 70s in Maryland, there was a murder or kidnapping of two girls. They were called the Line Sisters. And they were kidnapped from a mall in Maryland. And the law, they thought that they were where on this mountain in Bedford. Well, come to find out, I was renting the trailer.
Uh-oh. This is not going to end good.
When you see law enforcement come to your house and start digging in your backyard, it's time to get the hell out. Yeah, I got the hell out of there quick.
It's like, fuck the security deposit. I'm going.
Exactly. I got off from work one night, went up there with a truck, got what I needed, and I was gone. I didn't even take the furniture.
We can get more peace.
Exactly. Goodwill, here I come.
Oh my God. That is awesome. All right, man. Now we're going to kind of switch over to mental health for a little bit, all right? We like to talk about this on here. Now, to me, you're a great example of a quote I just heard today. And it's something that I wanted to share out there. I thought about making my own video on it, but I'm like, screw it. Let's do it right now. You have survived 100% of your worst days. Nobody wants to settle for 99 at that point. And that struck me for a moment going, I know people who have been struck with one of the deadliest diseases on this freaking planet, have lived through weird freaking times and weird experiences, and they're still here with a great personality, great friendship, great brotherhood, and they're not like, man, fuck the world. You're an example of that. I don't ever see you settling for 99. You've beat the coof, And it's weird how people want to fall back into that darkness at points, but you haven't. Now, this may sound weird, but what is Rodney's little key to success in handling those dark times?
Well, let me tell you what. When I first got diagnosed with it, and I first went to the hospital with it, I was further along in it than I thought. I didn't even know I had it. That's the thing. This is something I didn't believe in it. I took the vaccines just to shut my mother up because You know, she lives on oxygen and stuff like that. So yeah, I figured, hey, I'll go ahead, I'll get the shot. That way I don't bring it around her and make it 10 times worse on her later on down the road, just in case there is something out there like this. Because at the time I heard of everybody catching it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody in my family ever got it, or anybody in my close, radius of people that I talked to got it. So I really didn't believe in it. I just thought, hey, it's just an overshot of the flu or something like that.
Right.
And then my wife, for like the last 4 days before I went in the hospital, like I wouldn't eat, I wouldn't drink hardly, I wouldn't, I'd sleep all the time. Yeah, and I went to the hospital and they were like, do you think you have, the coof? And I was like, no, I don't think so. I haven't been around nobody that's had it, or I ain't been around anything, like that. And 15 minutes later, here they come back. Oh, you tested, positive. So I think that was kind of like starting my darkest moment, because I went from there to a room where I stayed for like 2 days. You weren't allowed to see nobody. I got shipped off to another hospital that was more advanced in the coof, and I stayed there for 10 days, not seeing no family, not being even around my family. My family was like 3 hours away from me. So yeah, and then I got transferred back, and then I was able to start seeing people. But the darkest days are those days when you can't really see nobody. You're just there, just like you're in your own little world. You see nurses and you see all these people dressed up in like space alien suits. Don't get me wrong, and I hated seeing people like that, because I don't,
yeah,
alien suits. It makes you feel like you're diseased or something like that. But I understood it, and it's just, it was one hard thing to get over. But after you get over it, you just look in the future and hope it doesn't never happen again.
So what got you through that? I mean, what kept you sane? What kept you moving forward? What kept you from slipping into that darkness?
I just told myself every day, hey, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to be better. I'm not going to, be here forever. To tell you about one thing after I did recover from it, and it did kind of make me slip, want to slip back a little bit, was when I was in the hospital recovering, I had friends that came in there, and friends' parents that came in there.
Yeah.
And they didn't make it out. Same hospital I was in, they did, they didn't make it out. So it's something that I look back on and I say, hey, I did, at least I did survive this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And on an offshoot, hey, Iron Wings, what was worse? Your version of the coof or the bear spray? Serious. No BS. I'm kind of curious. What was worse? Yes, his neighbor had hit a dog or something with bear spray. And unfortunately, it flooded into his basement and he got maced by proxy. So.
That's crazy.
See, I'm happy I've not been symptomatic as far as I'm aware. I always wondered, like, way back before all the lockdowns and everything started, when everybody was coughing all through January. In February, no one knew what was going on, if I had it back then. But I don't know. And I will freely admit, just like you, I got the shot to shut my better half up. Seriously, I did.
Well, that's pretty much why I got the vaccine. It was just really just shut them up, and I could go on and live and be like, hey, and that's one thing the doctors did tell me is, you got the vaccine. That may be one thing that saved you. Because the people that I knew that came in there that I told you didn't make it out, they didn't have the vaccine.
Right. Hey, Bob Ross, thanks for stopping in, brother.
And trust me, as soon as I got well enough to get that booster shot, they didn't hesitate to stick it with me. And then they wanted to give me a fourth one because they didn't think I had the third one. And I was like, whoa. We're getting into way too many vaccines here. I'm not getting another shot.
Now, here's a name and a face I haven't seen in forever. How you doing, Dakota? Hope you're doing well, brother. I saw the weight loss journey you've been going through with your better half. Man, that is amazing. Keep up the good work. Seriously, keep up the good work. Hey, that's right, Ellie. I'm sorry. You didn't make mention of that. Yeah. Got to go with the Bears. Yeah, I kind of figured you might do that. Yeah. All right, so we're going to flip this around just a little bit. And I will say, I was happy to bring you in some joy that night when I had you on in your hospital bed.
Let me tell you what, man, and I don't think I talked to you after that, but that was probably one of the best times I had in a long time when I was in there.
I will admit, that's partially my fault because it was rough seeing you that way. I'm like, holy fuck, it's my friend. He looks like shit. No, I can't. No. You know?
Yeah. It was rough. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But, man, I was so happy to do that for you. I really, truly was. And what do we got here? Just lots of smell. That's it. Hey, that's cool.
Now, see, that's one thing. When I had mine, I never lost the smell, taste, or nothing like that. I had all that. I just, I had the cough, and I didn't have like an appetite at all. Is what I didn't have.
Do that up, Dakota. I've got some different stuff being made, and by the way, for the record, everybody, I just learned how to make sake, Japanese rice wine, the traditional way. So. It's going to be interesting. Oh man. Okay. So getting off the coof, we're gonna move a certain different direction. All right. And you're another example of this because you did it for me before you even realized what you were doing. I believe it's so easy to tear people down. You can sit there in a moment and make yourself feel better about yourself. And I'm going to use you as an example, Rodney, and go, really? You have an affiliate? How the fuck do you have one? I've got more subscribers than you. And that's only designed to make myself feel better, but I know it's going to hurt you. And that was not me picking on Rodney, guys. He knows it. Hopefully all of you do too. But the hardest thing to do is help lift people up. It really, truly is. Like everybody who's come in here tonight, I've tried to greet, I've tried to say hello, I've tried to say something wonderful about, just like with Beta. Hey, congrats on the weight loss. Hey, what you're doing is awesome. And even like with you, Rodney, we've been telling you a lot. It's good to see you out. It's good to see you doing things. I feel we need to lift each other up a lot. If you really want a class on lifting people up, go watch, seriously, a Weatherbeard Instagram. We call him Bob Ross for a reason. We really, truly do. Remember his show? We're going to paint some happy little trees over here. And, we're going to do this. And there are no mistakes. That's Corey.
Corey's awesome.
Corey will make you feel better like that. I think we should be a lot more like Corey, but still. What do we got here? Hold on. Cool. We'll talk later, Iron Wings. Come on. And see, even right there, 2.5 hours on the phone with another owner, encouraging him, telling him how to do things the right way. Exactly. Karma is incredible. Now, and this is what I'm referring to with Rodney. There was a point where I thought about hanging it up. He reached out quick and went, don't do it. Don't just, and he got me set straight. And that was amazing and just cemented my friendship with him. I feel we need more people doing things like that in our daily lives. You cannot block out all the negativity as much as you want to. You can't. It's going to seep in there somehow. See, now there's my rebellious little grandson. I'm going to talk to your dad and get you set straight, young man. But still, I think we need to have things just like that, like with Aaron Rodgers. I can joke with him about a grandson. I can joke with Rodney about moonshiners. Have that little fun with Bob Ross. Those people, and surround yourself with good people, especially Nate. Oh my God, Nate's a good dude over at get over here. Nate's a great dude over at Ferocious. He's always there helping people, always jumping in. And what he just did for Jersey Joe's auction he just had, that was incredible, brother. Yeah, exactly. We kind of need those reminders, because even when my kids do something silly, like, oh, I can't believe I'm going to talk about this. My kids lose things all the time. Coats, hats, gloves, especially umbrellas recently. I don't know what's going on. There must be a gang of umbrella thieves out there, because we're losing them left and right. So the cuteness factor got a brand new umbrella. Got one specifically designed for her. Neat little thing with the hand and the handle. Because she's small. She can hold both hands in there when the wind starts blowing. First day she takes it to school, the handle snaps in half. Seriously. It's like somebody pelted it with something. And yeah. But she came home, you're going to kill me, you're going to beat my ass, you're going to do this. It's like, go over there, sit on the couch, let me calm down. We just spent a bunch of money on this. I'm like, we're okay, but I don't need to keep spending $20 a day on umbrellas. That adds up after a while. But being able to step back and think about them and think about what she was going through and how she felt and the courage she had to bring me home a broken umbrella and show it to me. That requires a different level of thought process, not to smash and destroy, but to help build up. And yeah, everybody, his YouTube channel is Big Man Bearded, okay?
Yeah, appreciate it, Vada.
For those of you who are not subscribed, please go subscribe. He's a great dude who deserves your subscription. He's going to be back at full speed here really, really soon. He has been a guy who is there for people in the community. Even if he's just in the chat going, hey, showing up, I'm here, drop a like. He's always in people's lives bringing positivity, And yes, exactly. Umbrella thieves are like shop goblins, and the I didn't do it fairy or not me fairy. Oh, I hate those. They're not as bad as the good idea fairy, which she's just demonic. And Iron Wings knows what I'm talking about. Right? A gallon of gas, $20. I know. He lives behind enemy lines in California. But I mean, the whole purpose of that rant is help build people up. It's a challenge I'm throwing out there to everybody. Even if you give, I don't know, my show only lasted an hour with you that day. It was painful, but it helped you like you wouldn't even believe. And I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Reach out to people, see how they're doing.
I'll tell you something, I took it from Chris a while back. Reach out, he says 3 people, but if you can't get to 3 people, try your best to get 3 people. But if you just, talk to somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, just see how they're doing, see how, make sure they're doing okay. You don't have to necessarily call them on the phone. If you see, on Messenger or Instagram or something like that, just message them and be like, hey, how you doing? You'd be surprised at, what some people may be going through that you didn't even know about.
We just had Bearded Ambitions Dave talk on the hype a couple nights ago about what he's going through. That took strength for him to do that. Every week I make this a huge portion of my show because it's okay not to be okay. All of us have our problems. All of us have our issues. All of us are going through something. take a moment and be kind. You know, I don't think that's too much to ask. I think it's a really, really easy ask. Just, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I know, Rodney. We're getting a little deep, but we usually do at this point of the show, as you know, my brother. I see that look in your eyes.
It's all true. It's all true. Just reach out to somebody. Sometimes you, like I said, you'll never know what people go through that you don't even know what's going on. Like for instance, I'll give you an example. I messaged a girl that I went to high school with. Her mom just passed away, and I messaged her to see how she was doing. And I didn't know that this girl even had cancer.
Wow,
This girl's fighting stage 4 breast cancer, and I didn't even know it. You know, it's just some things you'll never be, you don't think about it.
Right? The exterminators are lacking, man. But especially with these times, now that we're being told we're going to have to fight off the monkeypox, which the name of that alone is just priceless to me, because if you guys have watched my channel, you know my oldest son's nickname is the monkey. So having this deadly disease called the monkeypox, it's hours of enjoyment for me around my house. It really, truly is. Like, have you showered today? You don't want to spread the monkeypox. Did you brush your teeth? Don't want to spread the monkeypox spores, you know? He hates it, but still. And you see, that's another important thing right there, Lady L. Oh, man, you never, ever know. And you see, it's one of those times I make a joke with my better half. There comes a certain point on the weekend where I turn my phone to vibrate, and I call it Do Not People. Because if you know me, you know how to get a hold of me. But I always have this dread in the back of my mind that I'm going to see a voicemail, and it's somebody doing something dumb. And I was that last call. Or like the social media blackout I'm doing on the weekends for my own mental things. Unless I've been in your show for a while, diehard supporter, I usually avoid social media. Unless I'm watching weird stuff on YouTube, which is kind of cool, but still. But I have that fear that I'm going to miss that call, and yeah. And, it's funny you bring that up, Bob Ross, because I was talking about this with the monkey today. About how when we were younger, and Rodney, I know you're going to understand this, if a kid in your neighborhood got chicken pox, all the mothers made you go over and play with that kid so you could get it and get over it. You know?
I got the chicken pox when I was 5 years old. Believe it or not, my mom did that. My next door neighbor had all her kids got the chicken pox almost at one time.
Yeah.
And she sent me over there, and sure enough, I got them. And I mean, I was covered head to toe with them.
And then they got you in that bath, and they're doing the stuff you got to do. And Travis, man, you got my support 100%, brother. You ever need to talk, you send a message. I got you.
Yeah, same here, man. If anybody ever needs anybody to talk to, my inbox is always open.
Well, life in a small town can be hard, but it can also be rewarding. Granted, after living in Portland, Oregon for so long and moving where I'm at now in the beautiful Skagit Valley, it's a massive adjustment because there's things I got used to, like movie theaters, really cool malls that you could go to and get stuff. When we moved up here, our big date night was we're going shopping at the Super Walmart. Oy vey. But okay, we're coming.
And real quick, talking about that big Super Walmart, like what he just said, something about a small town. Before me and my wife moved closer to my family, we used to live in this. It was a small town. You had to travel. We had to travel at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes before we got to the closest Walmart, and that was just town, just Walmart itself. I think it was a Walmart, a Burger King, and Tractor Supply, maybe.
Yeah.
But the Walmart wasn't even a big super Walmart. It was a small, tiny. It still had your essentials and stuff like that. But then when you come into town and you actually live in town, and it's like you didn't know you could get groceries delivered to your house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like where we lived at, that was something we didn't have the option of because we lived so far away from the Walmart that they couldn't deliver out that, that far in a day's time. Now you live kind of in like a city limit. Now you could have Walmart deliver to you. We have an Amazon hub now that straight up delivers to you, and it's crazy.
Cedric, you're up here in Skagit County? Is that what you're saying, brother? You want to know what's crazy? I guess up here where I'm living, we're in the Amazon drone area, and they had to release a big statement that if you're seeing these drones flying overhead, please don't shoot them. And I'm like, I've had enough problems with Amazon and just getting packages, period. Am I going to get a delay because somebody got drunk and took a pot shot at my beard oil package, I'm like, come on, no.
And that's like where I live at. Well, actually, where the hospital was that I was at. The hospital I was at, across the road from that, you could look right out of my room and you could watch it. They were building a Amazon warehouse.
Nice.
It'll be open this August, which it's like 4 miles from my house. We have this old Kmart building like down in town that was, bought out by Amazon. It shut down. It was Big K. I mean, I don't know if y'all have Kmarts out there or not.
I think we have one that's still operational. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I think we have one.
They don't exist around us no more. So that building sit empty for like 5 years. Amazon bought it as a hub. So
Nice.
That's what they deliver out of now.
Nice.
But I guess once that warehouse opens up, you'll have a whole,
Take care, Bob Ross. Thank you so much for stopping in, sir. No, I get you. But we are at that point because I got to go be a dad for a little bit before we get them down to bed and make sure they know that I still love them, even though I go, come here, I want to kill you. That's a joke, guys. Don't anyone go call Child Protective Services, okay? But I usually do this at the end. My brother. Do you have anything coming up that you might want to give a spoiler for or anything like that to everybody?
Just watch out for like the middle of June towards Father's Day. That's when I'll be coming back. So
nice.
Just kind of watch out. That's what I'm shooting for right now. Like I said, and that's my fault. I shot for like way out the gate when I came out of the hospital that I was going to be back full force, and it was just something that I tried, but it with all the time that I was spending with nurses and them coming in and out and in and out, it's kind of dying off now a little bit. I still have them, but it's dying off. So hopefully I can start getting some stuff done that I want to get done, and get content out there.
Nice. And guys, for me, I wish I could tell you what videos are going to drop recently. I preloaded basically all the way through June now, so I've kind of forgot what's dropping when, so forgive me. But there will be videos out, so I hope you enjoy them. And I just see this. hold on. Wrong. Come here. Yeah, exactly. My I'm horrified by what happened down there, especially during this time with election season rolling around and just everything. So, hug your children and family a little bit more and pray for the fallen today. That's all I can say.
Let me just touch on one thing, and it was on the news channel 2 days before school let out too. That's just, you never know when it might happen now.
Unfortunately.
And I mean, and it's pretty sad when the news, and this is one thing I'll say also, it's pretty sad when the news is keeping counts of how many schools that this has happened to this year. And I think like the total was like 30 so far this year that this has happened to. I mean, it's getting scary where you don't even want to send your kids to school.
Agreed. Seriously, agreed. But that's the weirdest way we've ever ended a show. But Rodney, my brother, don't go anywhere. I got to talk to you in the green room. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. As you see, Rodney's still with us. He's still kicking. He's still becoming his old self. And keep a lookout on his channel because I know he's going to do some amazing things. So we're going to hit that little outro, guys, and we'll see you, well, next week, definitely, and we'll see you in some more videos that are coming up. Guys, thank you so much for watching what just happened on the show. I'm kind of pre-recording this one, so I'm not exactly sure what happened tonight, but I'm sure it was really fun, or it was a massive train wreck. I'm grateful for the time that you gave me tonight, and I hope you took something away from this. I hope we had an amazing guest that taught you something or made you laugh, or I don't know, I hope I didn't really step on myself too badly. And you guys are going to come back next week at the same bat time, same bat channel, for the No Lag Zone. Guys, seriously, thank you for doing all that. And this is where I pause for a moment or two and let the little screen do its little numbers, little screen do its thing. So,